Let's go ahead and kick it off with the number one topic most people ask about before moving here, and that's gonna be the cost of living. What does it really cost to live here? Now, the homes that we're gonna be taking a look at here are gonna be the most popular requirements that we get asked about, and that's gonna be 4-bedroom, 3-bathroom homes, typically in that 2,700 to about 3,200 square foot range. Now, let's start in Sacramento County with the city of Folsom. Folsom is gonna be the number one Sac suburb that we get asked about the most when it comes to cities in Sacramento County. And it's definitely in the top 3 in my book for many reasons, which I'll get to a little later, so make sure you stick around for that. But let's go ahead and get into the home prices here in Folsom. Now, the median home price for the city of Folsom sits around $775,000 according to Realtor.com, and that's as of October 2025. Let's go ahead and take a look at the resale and new home market in one of the most popular areas in Folsom, and that's gonna be just south of Highway 50. Now, this is gonna include both the master plan developments of Russell Ranch and Folsom Ranch. This area is absolutely exploding, and it is the most sought after in all of Folsom. So we're gonna go ahead and use our friendly consumer site, Zillow, to take a look at that new home and resale market. All right, guys, so that area that I mentioned is just south of Highway 50 here. And again, it's gonna be Russell Ranch and Folsom Ranch. So Russell Ranch development is gonna be just over here. And then your Folsom Ranch development is gonna be just west of that over here. And the difference between these two communities is that Russell Ranch is gonna provide some of those views of the Sacramento city skyline, while Folsom Ranch is gonna be pretty flat. You're not gonna really have any views with those homes there. So again, we're looking at the most popular areas, most highly sought after areas. So let's go ahead and take a look at Russell Ranch for that matter. So we have a resale home right here. This is gonna be 5 bedrooms, 5 baths, sitting just at 3,300 square feet, all right? Listed for $1.4 million. This home was built in 2023. And just to show you what kind of view that it has, you can see it's pretty nice inside. Again, newer home built in 2023, so you have some newer finishes. Let's get to those views here. All right, so here's the backyard. You see the backyard is done on this home, large covered patio. And here's the view from the balcony, and as you can see, you have a skyline view here. But let me show you what's also nice about the Russell Ranch community that you'll find. So if you take a look at this map here, so here's the house that we're looking at, and there's a hill right behind it. So there's no home directly behind it or backing up to this home. And you can see it's pretty much like that for most of the community, where everyone is gonna have some sort of view and really no one backing directly up to them. So there's definitely gonna be a premium. If we're looking at homes between Russell Ranch and Folsom Ranch, you are gonna find that Russell Ranch is gonna be a little bit more of a premium because it does have those views. All right, and again, for comparison, here's a new home listed at 1.1. 4 bedrooms, 4 baths, and at 3,400 square feet in the same community of Russell Ranch. Now, we are gonna notice a price difference with this home in comparison to that resale of about $300,000 for the simple fact that Russell Ranch is pretty much sold out. So the last of its inventory, you are gonna have some cons when it comes to those homes. For example, this one is gonna be sitting more at the top of the hill, and the view that it provides is gonna be more of Highway 50 versus that resale home that we've seen that provides a view of the Sacramento city skyline. So big difference there when you purchase a home in this community for those views. But again, I just want to show you guys an idea of what these homes are priced at in the most sought after communities in the Sacramento region. What's really nice about these communities, obviously they're new homes, newer schools, they're awesome areas. Again, most highly sought after areas, but right across Highway 50, you're gonna have tons of amenities, shopping, dining, all that you could ask for. You're gonna have the Palladio shopping area that has tons of boutiques, movie theaters, grocery stores. It's a really nice place to go hang out with the family, do some shopping. And then just on the other side of that, you're gonna have your Costco as well as Lifetime Fitness. And then you also have all of your shopping and big box stores right off of East Bidwell Street here. Now, I would say the only downside to Folsom is that if you're looking for top tier, high-end premier shopping, you are not gonna find a Galleria mall, or any mall for that matter. If you're looking for your high-end shopping, you wanna go to Louis Vuitton, Gucci, YSL, and stores of that nature, you're gonna have to travel down Highway 50 towards Sacramento, or actually in Sacramento, and go to the Arden Mall. Or if you want the most premier shopping in all of the Sacramento region, then you're gonna head over to Roseville, which is gonna be about a 30 to 35 minute drive or longer to go to the Roseville Galleria that has the most premier shopping in all of the Sacramento region. Now, moving our way just a few miles from Folsom, west on Highway 50 here, we have the city of Rancho Cordova. So the median home price for the area of Rancho Cordova that we're looking at is about $641,000. And where all the growth and movement is taking place is right here in the southern part of the city. And you're gonna find new home master plan developments that include builders like K. Hovanian, Beezer, TriPoint, KB Homes, Pulte, and so much more. So I've already identified a few homes, so let's go ahead and take a look at both resale and new homes. All right, so the first one we're gonna take a look at is located at 4582 Duck Hawk Circle. All right, so the resale home we're gonna be looking at is a 5-bedroom, 3-bath sitting at 3,100 square feet. This home was built in 2024 and is a formal model home by the builder Lennar. This home is listed for approximately $836,000. Not bad. And it does have a finished backyard with a covered patio. Now, for comparison, here's our new construction home. It's also a 4-bedroom, 3-bath sitting at 3,000 square feet, listed for approximately $746,000. And the builder of this home is K. Hovanian. Now, what's nice about this community is that you are zoned to some top-rated public schools. And normally I wouldn't trust Zillow.com or any other consumer sites in terms of what schools they have listed, because boundaries can be redrawn all the time. And again, these sites just aren't always right when it comes to the school districts. However, I have verified, at least with this community, that Zillow does have this correct. You have Sunrise Elementary, Albiani Middle School, which is an 8 out of 10. And then you have Pleasant Grove High School, which is a 9 out of 10. Now, Pleasant Grove High School is actually located in the city of Elk Grove, so your child will be bused to school, as well as Albiani Middle School as well. They're gonna be bused to school as well, but Sunrise Elementary is right there in the community. Now again, Rancho Cordova is a city in the area that is exploding. Rancho Cordova has approved the Cordova City Center, a new entertainment and sports complex featuring 7,500-seat Cordova Arena planned to open by fall 2027. The project, also known as Downtown Dova, will include hotels, retail, dining, housing, and a public plaza, with the arena serving as home for a new major indoor soccer league franchise and concerts. The development is expected to create thousands of jobs and stimulate significant economic growth in the Sacramento region. Now let's head to the last city in Sacramento County, which is going to be Elk Grove, another highly sought after and well-requested city that people are always asking us about. So the median home price for the city of Elk Grove in the zip code that we're looking in, which is 95757, is about $647,000. And this area is also expanding rapidly with so much residential and commercial growth. So as you can see here on the map, this is the area that I'm referring to. And as I get a little bit closer, here you have Elk Grove Boulevard. You're gonna have tons of shopping here, and Highway 99. And just on the other side, you're gonna have Highway 5, okay? So we're gonna, again, I'm gonna take you guys to the most popular area in Elk Grove for sort of new build homes, or newer homes. And one of my favorite places is gonna be located right here, just south of White Lock Parkway. And the reason being is because they have this amazing, amazing park called Oasis. Now guys, this is an amazing park that has dog park, pickleball courts, tennis courts. You have multiple playground areas. It has a splash pad, an extremely large soccer field, basketball courts, and so much more. And the houses that we're gonna take a look at are located just blocks away from this amazing amenity. All right, so let's start with our resale home. Here we have a 5-bedroom, 3-bath, sit just over 3,000 square feet, priced at $930,000. And this home was built in 2018, so it still has some decent finishes throughout the home: tile flooring, granite countertops, and a finished backyard. Not only that, but this home sits right on a corner lot and has some pretty decent curb appeal to it. Again, that home just a few blocks away right here from the Oasis Park that I mentioned. And that new build home is going to be located not too far from there, just right here again, just a few streets away from the Oasis Park. This home is listed at $899,000. It's a 4-bedroom, 4-bath, and it's 3,300 square feet. And this home is actually built by one of our favorite builders, the New Home Company, which we've had plenty clients purchase homes with this builder, and they couldn't have been any happier. Now, what's so great about this community is that you are going to be zoned to some top-rated public schools for all 3 levels of schools: elementary, middle school, as well as high school. They're all going to be, again, 9 out of 10. In addition, you have tons of amenities and shopping really close by. One of my favorites is just north of this community, just a few minutes away, called District 56. And one of their top amenities here at District 56 is going to be their amazing aquatic center, which has 3 pools, water fitness, and competitive aquatics. It also has the area's largest competition pool, a 25-yard instructional pool, a recreational pool with a lazy river, and 2 30-foot slides. In addition, you have a veterans hall, a senior center. There's also a cafe where you can get some food, and an amazing preserve that surrounds the area, which is a 28-acre passive park space that includes a habitat restoration of wetlands, native grasslands, and native oak forest. It is a beautiful area and place to explore if you live nearby. And for adult entertainment, you have Sky River Casino, which is relatively new, built just a few years ago, just a couple of miles away from this community. And of course, all the big box retailers, and the #1 favorite, Costco, just a couple miles away as well, with tons of dining, shopping, boutiques surrounding the area. Now that's Sacramento County, and we still have 2 more cities to explore when it comes to housing and so much more when it comes to the pros and cons of living in the Sacramento region. But before we dive any deeper, I just want to remind you guys that we are licensed realtors right here in the Sacramento region, and our goal is to help you find the perfect home for you and your family when relocating to the Sacramento region. And when it comes to new construction, it costs you absolutely nothing to have experts like us on your side to help guide you through the process. But remember, you guys have got to reach out to us if you want our help. You got to give us a call, text, email, or as I always say, go ahead and scan that QR code on the screen and schedule that call with us so we can hop on a one-on-one call, discuss all the details, your wants, your needs, and help put together a detailed plan for your home journey. Make sure to give this video a like and subscribe to the channel. And let me know in the comments below what city you're watching from. All right, now let's head 45 minutes north of Elk Grove, entering Placer County in 2 of the highly sought after suburbs of Roseville and Rocklin. Now, hands down, Roseville has been the most popular and requested area for viewers with its premier shopping and outstanding education. Now, the median home prices for 95747 in West Roseville is about $650,000. So not too bad in comparison to the other 3 cities that we've taken a look at so far. And the most popular area of Roseville is gonna be West Roseville, where most people are looking. This area has been exploding over the past 20 years with new construction and its amazing public schools. Most notably, the state-of-the-art West Park High School. Now, every time we show people houses in this neighborhood or they drive past this high school, they are wowed. The school literally looks like a mini college. It is state of the art in all aspects. In addition, it has some amazing academic and athletic programs. But enough of that, let's get into the housing. So the most popular communities of West Park and Fitment Farm are pretty much fully built out. However, you still have many surrounding communities like Winding Creek, Solaire, and Amoruso Ranch that are still building. So tons of opportunities if you're looking to get into a new build home. Now, if you are looking to get into the popular West Park or Fitment Farm and you're looking for those resale homes, well, just keep in mind that if one comes on the market that you really like, then chances are someone else really likes it and you're gonna need to act fast, because again, the reason why these communities are so popular are because of the amazing schools that they're in. This home is located in Fitment Farm. It's a 4-bedroom, 4-bath, again, sitting just under 2,800 square feet, listed for $715,000. It was built in 2020, so not too bad. You can see from the pics here, has a covered patio, finished backyard. It's not the biggest backyard, but again, that's a pretty low price point for a home of this square footage in this community. Now let's go ahead and take a look at a new build. All right, so this new build home is gonna be in the community of Winding Creek, which is right next to Fitment Farm. It is gonna be just under 200 square feet bigger, listed at about $840,000. It's a 5-bedroom, 4-bath, sitting just over 2,900 square feet by the builder Woodside Homes. And this home is gonna have a much larger backyard than that resale home that we've seen. Definite justification in the price point in terms of the yard size and the home size. But again, I just wanna show you guys what these homes are going for in the most popular areas in a given city within the Sacramento region. Now, one thing to keep on your guys' radar, which is gonna be the newest and upcoming development here in Roseville, is gonna be Placer One. Placer One is a 22-acre master plan community being developed right here in the unincorporated Placer County near the city of Roseville by a partnership including Placer County, Sacramento State, Sierra College, and Taylor Builders. This project includes new homes, a major employment center, a town center, and a significant educational hub for Sacramento State and Sierra College. Construction for this development began in 2022 with infrastructure and some residential villages now underway. Again, guys, this is huge. So if you guys want to get in and learn more about the Placer One development right here in Roseville, you guys have got to reach out to us to get more information. Now, moving on to our last and final city as we explore home prices in the most popular areas in the Sacramento region is gonna be the city of Rocklin. Now, according to Realtor.com, the median home prices for the city of Rocklin sit at about $700,000. And the most highly sought after community in the city of Rocklin is gonna be Whitney Ranch. Now, the Whitney Ranch community is pretty much built out as well. Now, there's not a ton of new construction. In fact, there is really only one new construction community that's gonna fit the specs of homes that we're looking at today, and that is gonna be the builder Anthem in their community called Finale. And we'll take a look at a home there, but first, let's check out this resale home. All right, so the resale home that we're gonna take a look at here in the Whitney Ranch community is gonna be a single-story home listed at $975,000. This home was built in 2020. It's 3 bedrooms, 5 baths, sitting just over 3,100 square feet. And yes, this home does have solar. We're just gonna browse through these pics real quick just to see what we're working with here. Looks like it has tile flooring through your main living areas and carpet in your bedrooms. Some nice cabinets there. I actually love the color of these cabinets, kind of an off-white eggshell type of color, or ivory, I would say. So nice home here. Again, nicer finishes being that it was 2020. Nice bathroom here, walk-in closet, and a very large kitchen pantry here. A huge loft. a covered patio, but the backyard is a little small, as you can see. But again, not a lot of resales in this community, so I was actually lucky to find this one that fits within those specs above 3,000 square feet. And actually, it's not even a 4-bedroom, it's a 3-bedroom with 5 bathrooms. But again, only home I was able to find close enough to those specs. Now let's take a look at a new build in that anthem community of Finale of Whitney Ranch. All right, so it's gonna be right here. It's a beautiful community, by the way. Trust me, they have some amazing homes, great finishes. Okay, so within this Finale, they also have a single story. It's a 4-bedroom, 4-bath sitting at 3,200 square feet. Listed base price about $1.1 million for this community. Again, this is gonna be base price without any upgrade options. And most upgrade options for a community like this are gonna be probably in between $200,000 and $300,000. And one of the reasons why you may see a huge price difference between this community and that resale home is that every single one of these homes within this community offers a next-gen plan. Yes, even this single story. Now, we've done new build tours on all of the communities that I've covered, even this Finale community within the Whitney Ranch development. So if you're interested in any one of the communities that you've seen, let me know in the comments below and I'll send you the link to the videos of that community. Now, as realtors relocating many buyers from the Bay Area and Silicon Valley, we hear we don't need a yard until they see Roseville, Rocklin, or Folsom. Our standard 6,000 to 7,000 square foot lots feel enormous compared to the Bay Area. You have room for the kids and pets to play around, a real patio, a garden, and side yard access, and even space for a pool or an ADU. And it's at that moment that they realize the backyard becomes a true living space. Now let's discuss the property taxes. California property tax rates average between 1 and 1.25% of the assessed value. Sacramento County usually falls between 1 and 1.3%, and that's mild compared to Texas, which can be anywhere from 2.5% to 3.5% or even more. A $650,000 home here often means $6,500 to $7,500 a year in base taxes. And if you choose an older home, an older neighborhood with no Mello-Roos, then that's basically it. So just keep in mind, if you're looking for a new build home, that you're gonna have those Mello-Roos attached to your property taxes. Now, we live in the West Park community and we bought our house in 2008. And the Mello-Roos at that time were about $260 a month, and a brand new home in a newer part of the community runs about $350 a month. And older late 90s and early 2000 communities pay as little as $25 a month. So that could be another great option for you if you're looking to get close to that community or closer to those popular communities with schools, but don't want to pay those higher Mello-Roos, is getting to that community nearby that has either no or very little Mello-Roos. And you could think of these Mello-Roos as like a 30 or 50-year bond. It rarely disappears entirely, but it can decrease over time. And most importantly, as it pertains to Mello-Roos, that you must keep in mind is that your lender will count it towards your monthly payment. So if you're home shopping, make sure you account for those Mello-Roos for that community before locking in your budget. Now, one of Sacramento's biggest strengths is its housing diversity. There is something literally for every stage of life. We have condos and townhome options in downtown, midtown, Natomas, West Sacramento, priced anywhere from $350,000 to $500,000 for modern units. Luxury lofts can be higher. This is great for professionals wanting low maintenance and that city vibe. And of course, we have the classic suburbs for families. Cities like Roseville, Rocklin, Folsom, Elk Grove that have parks, bike trails, sports leagues, and strong schools. Typically 3 to 4 bedrooms ranging anywhere from $600,000 to $850,000 or higher, like master plan new builds often running $700,000 to $950,000 plus once you add upgrades and consider their Mello-Roos. And of course, we have 55 plus active adult communities like Sun City Lincoln Hills, Esplanade at Turkey Creek Lincoln, Sun City Roseville, Regency by Toll Brothers in Folsom Ranch, Esplanade in Elk Grove. There's so many to choose from throughout the region. These communities often have golf courses, pools, pickleball, social clubs, fitness classes, and so much more. And the prices typically range anywhere from the high fives to the high 800,000s. And of course, we have ultra luxury estates in the cities of Granite Bay, Loomis, Serrano, and El Dorado Hills, as well as Los Lagos. Many of them are going to be gated communities that have acreage or lake views, as well as semi-custom and full custom builds. Now, these homes can range anywhere from $1.2 to $3 million or more, with some waterfront and ultra customs well over $4 million. And of course, we have historic and character homes that are in East Sacramento in the Fab 40s that have two-doors, Victorians, tree-lined streets, usually running about $1 million or more. And then we have Land Park and Curtis Park that have bungalows and mid-century gems ranging anywhere from $700 to about $1.2 million. And the Arden Arcade area with ranch and mid-century homes ranging from $600 to about $900,000. And of course, those that love the river or nature living, we have homes along the American River Parkway and Sacramento River where you can kayak from your backyard. You have amazing bike scenic trails. You have small cottages from $600,000 to luxury modern builds starting at $1.5 million and going much higher. As far as our rental scene, if you want to be in downtown, we have lofts ranging anywhere from $2,000 to about $3,000 a month. If you want to be in the suburbs and you're looking for a 3 to 4 bedroom home, we have homes renting for about $2,500 to $3,500 a month. And we also have short-term furnished rentals, which is great. If you're looking here, but you're not ready to buy, but you want to try out a neighborhood, these are great for that. So you don't have to move out here with all your furniture. They're already furnished, and these are expanding fast in the popular communities. And of course, there's always cons and trade-offs no matter where you're gonna move. And when it comes to new builds, you have lot sizes that are shrinking. New build lots typically range anywhere from about 3 to 7,000 square feet, while the older homes built in the 80s or 90s, those homes can be anywhere from 9 to 12,000 square feet or even higher. You also have infrastructure lag when it comes to new communities with the new parks and libraries that can take years to be built. Our own community that we lived in took 5 years just to build the park nearby. And then you also have the traffic and school constraints that you have within new communities with rapid growth outpacing the roads and classrooms. Not to mention the price creep with new builds. You have the base price, then you have the Mello-Roos, you have design upgrades that quickly push a $700,000 home much higher. Now, those highly sought after areas that I talked about, the reason why they're most popular is 1, the new builds that they have, and 2, the great education surrounding those communities. Now, let's discuss education as a whole in the Sacramento region. Now, if you got kids or plan to have them, then the school landscape is a huge factor when deciding where to live. You have Roseville City and Dry Creek that feed into West Park High that I spoke about, as well as Wood Creek High, which are both highly rated and newer facilities in Roseville. And then you have Rocklin Unified, which is regularly among California's best, with many of its schools rating 9 out of 10. And then you have the Folsom Cordova Unified School District with powerhouse elementaries and Folsom High School with great academics and great sports programs. And in Elk Grove, the Elk Grove Unified School District. It's massive, but with standout high schools like Pleasant Grove, Cosumnes Oaks, and Franklin High School. And of course, we have private and charter options as well with Jesuit High School. It's an all-boys known for its academics and athletics. St. Francis High, an all-girls school, which is a college prep powerhouse. You have Sacramento Country Day, which is a rigorous K-12 system. Christian Brothers High School which has strong college prep and art. There is also a growing network of charter schools throughout the region. And of course, we have higher education opportunities as well, with many colleges and universities nearby. The main one being Sacramento State expanding its programs, investing in state-of-the-art football stadium to boost athletics and campus life. In fact, they just signed former Sacramento Kings player Mike Bibby as their head coach, along with Shaquille O'Neal as their general manager, and have recruited some top-tier talent from across the country. In addition, there will be a Sac State Placer campus, Roseville's Placer One Master Development that I mentioned earlier. Then you also have UC Davis, which is world-class in vet, ag, medicine, and engineering, just 20 to 30 minutes from downtown Sacramento. And you also have the private Christian University of William Jessup that's in Rocklin with new programs in sports. And of course, you have tons of community college options like Sierra College, Folsom Lake, American River, Cosumnes River, Sacramento City College that offer affordable transfers into the UC and CSU systems. And of course, there is no city in America that has the most perfect education scenario. So let's go ahead and discuss some of the cons or challenges that we have here in the Sacramento region. Now, the top three that I think that you must know about are the inconsistent quality, rezoning, and crowding. Some city schools lag in test scores and funding. And you also have fast-growing suburbs like Roseville, Elk Grove that redraw boundary lines often, so it is critical to verify if a specific campus is in the desired neighborhood. And then you have many new build areas that have schools that are impacted and may rely on portables until new schools get built and funded, which sometimes can take a few years, so be sure to keep that in mind. Now let's dive a little bit deeper into some other cost of living factors. California fuel stays among the highest in the US, usually $1.50 above national average. EV adoption is huge here. Teslas, Rivians, electric SUVs, you'll see them everywhere. Most new build communities are EV ready, and public charging is pretty easy. You have them at grocery store parking lots, mall parking, and all along Highway 80 and Highway 50. Last year, my family and I visited some family members in Texas, and as we were driving, I thought it was weird that I didn't see any Teslas, but then it dawned on me and I was like, well, duh, there's no EVs here because the cost of gas is so low in comparison to California. Now, the other cost of living factor that can vary when moving to the Sacramento region are the utilities. And this can really vary depending upon what city or county that you choose to move in within the Sacramento region. For example, Roseville Electric, which is city run, is cheaper and more reliable than PG&E. Typical summer AC bills can run you anywhere from $150 to about $220 per month for a 2,500 square foot home, while PG&E users sometimes pay $250 to upwards of $350 or more for a house of the same square footage. And your water bill is pretty modest, but it can climb in the summer months if you irrigate your lawns more or if you maintain a pool. And then we have your other cost of living factors like groceries, just your everyday living. Now, you are gonna find that Sacramento is gonna be cheaper than the Bay Area like San Francisco or even Southern California like LA, but not Midwest cheap. A gallon of milk can run anywhere from $4 to $5. A dozen of eggs can be anywhere from $4 to $6, and a decent loaf of bread anywhere from $3 to $5. If you're looking to go out to eat, a dinner for two can range anywhere from $60 to $80 before drinks. And dining out is gonna be slightly less than the major metropolitan areas, especially outside of Midtown. Now, Sacramento is not cheap, but compared to coastal California, you can afford a bigger, nicer home, more yard, and a lifestyle upgrade while keeping taxes moderate if you pick carefully and using EVs to offset the high fuel costs. The other thing that we get asked about a lot is what does the commuting or transportation look like for the Sacramento region, as some may be commuting to work. So let's take a look at that. The heart of Sacramento sits at the intersection of Interstate 80 and Highway 50, making weekend escapes pretty simple. You're only 2 hours from Lake Tahoe, about an hour or two from San Francisco, or an hour from Napa Valley's wine country. You're 3 hours from Yosemite if you like to go hiking, and if you prefer those beaches, you're only 2.5 to 3 hours from the coast. For people who love weekend adventures, this is the prime location. It is a huge win. You are centrally located between the coast and the mountains. If you're looking to move into the heart of Sacramento, well, downtown Sacramento is pretty compact and walkable. It has a pretty straightforward grid layout. Bike lanes and jump bike share stations make short trips easy. And you have access to the public transit. The Sacramento Regional Transit light rail and bus that connects some suburbs to downtown. You also have the Sacramento Valley Station, which is Amtrak, which links you to San Francisco, Reno, LA, Portland, as well as Seattle. And there's also shuttle and commuter buses that run from select suburbs like Roseville and Elk Grove. And if you're an electric driver, you'll find the charging infrastructure here is pretty robust. So that's pretty much the pros when it comes to commuting and transportation here, but we also have cons. Now, of course, Sacramento does have rush hour. You can expect backups on I-5, Highway 99, Highway 50, and I-80, especially inbound in the morning and outbound in the evening. Roseville, Elk Grove, and Folsom commuters definitely know the pain. And suburb to suburb travel is not always the easiest. For example, getting from El Dorado Hills to Roseville often means taking local roads. There is not many suburb to suburb cross connectors. So with that being said, you will have to depend on having a car for the most part. Outside the downtown core, light rail coverage is limited and bus routes in far suburbs can be infrequent. Pro tip, time shift your commute or work hybrid if possible. It will make a huge difference. Sacramento is one of the most diverse cities in America, and you can see that not only in daily life, but throughout all the festivals and festivities that take place throughout the Sacramento region all year long. And if you're a foodie looking to move here, well, I have great news because Sacramento brands itself as the farm to fork capital, and it's not just marketing. Surrounded by farmland, the region produces fresh produce almost year round. Midtown restaurants like Cannon, Localis are Michelin starred. Ella Dining Room showcase seasonal menus. Brunch at Pushkin's, coffee at Temple or Old Soul, tacos at Nick's Taco in Roseville, and sushi at Crew are local favorites. You also have farmers markets that pop up in almost every suburb, and the giant Sacramento Farmers Market under the freeway downtown is legendary. Beer lovers can sample Urban Roots, Device Brewing, Fieldwork, Bike Dog, Track 7, and many more, while wine lovers have easy day trips to Amador County, Clarksburg, Lodi, and of course, the Napa and Sonoma wine countries just 90 minutes away. And if you're looking for live music and nightlife, we have that too. We have the Golden One Center, where you can head over and catch a Kings game or major tours like Taylor Swift or Metallica. You have intimate concerts at places like Ace of Spades, Hard Rock Hotel and Casino that has music, gaming, and dining, as well as Thunder Valley's Casino, the venue that also hosts big comedy names and music acts. Just this year, we've seen Kevin Hart, Snoop Dogg, and next week we're going to see John Legend there at Thunder Valley's The Venue. It's a great place for couples to go have a date night. You also have so many music festivals and concerts that take place throughout the region as well. You have the Aftershock Festival, which is West Coast's largest rock and metal event. You have the Golden Sky Country Music Fest, and tons of musics in the park that take place throughout the region. There's a grown-up social life too, but if you're used to clubbing in LA or San Francisco, then it's gonna be much quieter here. But maybe you're not into the whole nightlife thing. Maybe you're more of a recreation outdoor person, and guess what? This is the perfect spot for that as well. Because if you're an outdoor lover, Sacramento is gold. You have the American River Parkway, which is 32 miles of bike path that goes from Folsom to Old Sacramento. You also have kayaking and fishing too along the American River. There's Folsom Lake and Lake Natoma, which provides boating, paddleboarding, and camping. You can go hiking up at Auburn State Recreation Area, Hidden Falls, or Cronin Ranch, all under an hour. And if you want to hit the slopes and go skiing or snowboarding, Lake Tahoe resorts are just 2 hours away. We also have numerous national parks within striking distance as well. If you're a golf enthusiast, we have dozens of public and semi-private courses from top picks like Serrano Country Club, Granite Bay Country Club, or Morgan Creek. While sports fanatics can enjoy the likes of the Sacramento Kings, Rivercats AAA Baseball, Republic FC, and for the next 2 years, the Las Vegas A's, previously known as the Oakland A's. You'll find mainly families here love year-round farm visits, pumpkin patches, apple picking at Apple Hill, and Christmas tree farms. The other thing we get asked about a lot is the weather, because that does affect people's lifestyles, especially for those who may be looking to escape those harsh climates. Sacramento has both its pros and cons. We have mild winters with average highs in the 50s, and rarely do we get snow. I mean, I've lived here almost 18 years now, and I've never seen snow directly in Sacramento. But the good news is that you still can experience those white, snowy winters if you drive 30 to 45 minutes up to the foothills. We also have beautiful spring and fall seasons here with perfect temperatures, wildflowers, and crisp evenings. Not to mention the low humidity. Even when it's warm, it's not gonna be that sticky type of weather you get in the South or the Midwest. However, we do have cons when it comes to our weather here in the Sacramento region, especially when it comes to our hot summers. Triple digits in July and August are normal. It's drier than Phoenix, but still hot. Many locals either invest in backyard pools or escape to Lake Tahoe, Santa Cruz, Monterey, or the coast. So my advice, definitely opt in and get that pool. Our family found building a pool worth every penny because of those long, hot stretches. Now, you've probably noticed a theme here. Sacramento region has trade-offs, but with far more wins than losses for most people making the move here. Now, let me give you all some tips before you decide to move here. But before I do that, let me remind you guys that we are licensed realtors, and we make these videos to help you guys make the move to the Sacramento region. We have helped tons of families navigate the process and put together a strategic plan in making the move here. We are your expert relocation specialist for the Sacramento region. So make sure to give us a call, send us a text, an email, or go ahead and scan that QR code to schedule your discovery call with us. Give this video a like, subscribe to the channel, as it helps us continuing to make these videos for you. And again, comment below, let me know what city you're watching from. Now on to the tips to moving here. Number one, that is to understand the Mello-Roos and taxes. Ask your lender to model monthly payments with special assessments included so that you don't get surprised. Number two, scout schools early in the communities that you're looking in. You can check great schools, district maps, and ask locals. Boundaries can shift and new schools do open often in those new growth areas. Number three, drive your commute. Test the route you'll actually use during rush hour before you buy so you know exactly how much time it will take you. Number four, consider the microclimate. Downtown and East Sac stay a bit cooler than Roseville, Rocklin, which run hotter. El Dorado Hills is slightly elevated and cooler, but it gets more winter rain. Number five, budget for summer cooling, whether it's your AC or a pool. Good AC and maybe solar panels or a pool can make those triple-digit days much more comfortable. Number six is the biggest one of them all. Explore before you buy. Go ahead and rent an Airbnb or short-term furnished place in a few neighborhoods so that way you can get a feel for which neighborhood fits you and your family the best. Now, overall, Sacramento does offer a balanced California lifestyle, a place where you can afford a real house, enjoy seasons with some heat, send your kids to strong schools, and still get great food, culture, and outdoor adventure, all while staying close to the Bay, Tahoe, Napa, and the coast. It's not perfect, but for most people that we work with, the trade-offs are worth it. So if you're thinking about making the move, know that we are licensed realtors in the state of California and the #1 relocation team in the Sacramento region. We specialize in helping people just like you understand their neighborhoods, schools, commute times, taxes, and lifestyle fit. We'll help you navigate new construction at no cost. The builders pay our commission. We are here to help make a smooth, informed transition into your new Sacramento home. So make sure to give us a call, text, or email, or again, scan the QR code on the screen to schedule your discovery call. We'll talk about all your wants, needs, and must-haves. Answer every question and create a clear plan for your move. We've helped countless families, singles, and retirees make Sacramento their home, and we've got your back too. If this video helped, give it a like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss a new deep dive into Sacramento living. And check out our new home playlist here. See you all in the next video.